in 30 seconds.
And now, introducing Casey Carter.
I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need, tell them giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front, exterior red and that inside buttercup. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need, tell them giddy up.
Erotic boudoir, adult, intimate, sexy, sensual. Allow AJ and Nick, the dynamic mother-daughter team, to assist you in customizing a personal pleasure package tailored to your intimate needs. They are highly knowledgeable and offer a professional touch. You can visit their store located at 2635 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, or browse more discreetly on their website at erotic-boudoir.com. And please be assured that both AJ and Nick are available to answer any questions you may have. Erotic Boudoir, helping you prioritize your pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Carter.
Hey, it is Wednesday and I'm here. I'm back. Like I'm for real back. Like I didn't just show up last week and woohoo, gone again. No, I'm here for real, for real. And it is also 420 week. So if you are in the New York tri-state area and you are a fan of 420, I recommend you come to Edison, New Jersey and see a few things, try a few things, hang out with me. Hey, Kelly, like Kelly's hanging out now. How you doing, Kelly? So, look, let's just jump on in. I've had a interesting week. Well, let me just side note. So I have a day job, right? And my day job is they're remodeling the office and they sent everyone who works in the office home. And so now my kitchen table is my new desk, my new workspace. And I have this window at my kitchen. It's like two pieces of mitered glass. And so it's just all glass. So I work and watch the birds and the squirrels run around the yard. It is quite peaceful. I'm trying to figure out how I can make that my permanent, but hopefully you all are having a fantastic week. If not, it's hump day. We are halfway through this bitch. So you should be feeling good about that. I don't know about you. But tonight, what are we talking about? Well, guess what? It's going to be a little more of the same from last week. And last week, Game of Thrones. And I'm hoping that my battery on my phone doesn't die before I can like show you some things. But Game of Thrones, or rather, sorry, House of the Dragon, A Woman's Worth. And as you can see, we ain't worth shit. We're just pawns on a table, pawns on a chessboard being moved around as, you know, see fit. So I want to talk about that a little bit more because episode 4, they did some things in that episode that I'm like, oh, that's how we doing. Okay, yeah. But before we get to episode 4 and tonight's conversation, I gotta bring in my road dog, my ever ready, my ride or die, Lorenzo. Hey, Lorenzo.
Hey, Casey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very excited because we've got 420 coming, and I'm dragging you along. I feel like I'm dragging you along.
Nah, it'll be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's the first time, so we'll all be surprised at what we might see.
Yeah, and as I may have mentioned a few times, I am totally here for the food trucks. Totally. I can't
Yeah,
I can't wait for the food trucks. Like when I lived in Stamford, Connecticut, and even where I'm at now, they have these locations where food trucks gather, and you can just bounce from food truck to food truck. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't like to have to park a mile away and walk
mhm,
to the event, so I never go. Although I did do it in
yeah,
Stamford, Connecticut one time, and it was actually pretty nice. But here, nah, I'm not doing that. So I'm looking forward to this because not only is there a food truck gallery, they created a smoke space out there.
yeah. And the way they're describing it, everything is going to be in one area, so you won't have to go far.
Yeah,
And I've seen a lot of advertisements for several types of food trucks, so
yeah,
that's going to be something.
that is going to be very exciting. So Kelly's asking, "Are you 420 friendly, Casey and Lorenzo?" Well, I'm gonna let Lorenzo see because Lorenzo had a past that probably didn't make him super 420 friendly, but you tell him, Lorenzo.
Mhm. Yeah, that was see the last time for that was April 19th, 1982.
Oh, wow.
I remember because I had to sign an affidavit to join a certain agency. That was the last time that I partook of that, but I partook, a lot of it back then. So
Okay. See, we learning something today now. But
yeah,
yeah, so in terms of being 420 friendly, Kelly, to be honest, I'm not unfriendly to 420, but I also, for most of my life have not been a partaker. It's only been in the last couple of years that I'm not even going to say really got into smoking more than I got into edibles and topicals and things like that. So this is going to be it's going to be an experience for me because I can count on one hand and have some fingers left over how many times I've actually okay, wait, no, I could probably use my whole hand now. I could use my whole hand now. How many times I've actually smoked. That's and I am 53 years old. So this many right here. And two of those were when I was in college. So
wow.
and then
So we're different on that because
yeah, and then the
we
other
kept
three, the other three were like in the last 2 years. So so
we kept a brown tips on our thumb and pointers
ah, ah,
and
okay.
the little rolling machines and everything. Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, y'all's was professional.
oh
Okay.
yeah,
Y'all
high end machine.
Okay. See, just so y'all know, Mr. Lorenzo don't do nothing half-ass, so it doesn't even surprise me.
Couldn't do it like that. Special rolling paper. Only the finest.
See what I'm saying? This is why I hang out with him because it ain't never gonna be half-ass or cheap. So,
Yeah, no seeds. No seeds. Didn't like the popping.
see, I know nothing about any of that. I've heard tell some issue with seeds. I don't even know the significance of all of that. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's gonna be good. But before we go too far, you know what it is, Lorenzo.
Yeah, it's time.
What's it?
Time for the 5 reasons to watch Casey.
Okay, hold on one second. Oh yeah, no, this is just in time because my battery's about to die. So we just in time. All right, so
Right, we got it.
we got it. Here we go.
Yeah, 5 reasons to watch Casey. Number 5.
Okay, hold on. I got to get to where that's number 5.
Number 5. Ooh, to see Casey's famous smile.
Ladies and gentlemen, Casey
Yeah.
Carter.
Okay, we're back. All right,
We
what's
can
next?
just we could ended that right there. That was it.
What's next?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Ooh, to hear Casey's review of House of the Dragon.
Ooh, ooh.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Number 3. To find out what unique look Casey will be sporting at 420 Expo in Edison, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Number 2. To learn how you can meet Casey at 420 Expo on September 16th through the 18th.
And the one you've been waiting
And
for.
number 1, the cleavage cam.
Oh, wait, I didn't. Okay, sorry.
Oh, you weren't ready for that. Oh, there we go.
That one right there.
There you go.
Anywho, thank you for that, Lorenzo. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I just notified the FCC toxic has arrived. So.
Hey, Miko the goddess. Lovely to
Uh-oh,
see
Nico.
you. And our buddy Jason. Hey, Jason. You know there is no boob tube tonight, so I'm glad you are here. Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it. And let's see. We got all right. So that's everybody so far. Big shout out to Miko the goddess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, the time is now.
Yeah, the time is most definitely now. It is time now for commercials. So hold on, we'll be right back.
It's Exotica season. Come meet Casey at one or all 4 Exotica locations. Chicago, April 29th through May 1st. Miami, July 15th through July 17th. Edison, New Jersey, October 21st through October 23rd. Washington, D.C., December 2nd through December 4th. Say hi to Casey. Take a selfie with her, maybe an interview, or give her one reason to watch Casey. You might get featured on Cleavage Cam. For more information, visit Exotica at bit.ly/Casey at 3x and follow Casey at CaseyAtNight on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Up 420, 420, 420. All
Right
right,
around the corner.
right around the corner. So 420, I will have a booth. I was supposed to go grab my booth number, and I forgot to grab my booth number to tell you what my booth number is. So I will post that up. But 420 with, yes, that is Tommy Chong, as in Cheech and Chong, will be in the building for the weekend, smoking with the people. Supposedly, it's going to be VIP, and supposedly, I'm trying to finesse my way like close in. So don't be surprised if you see me with Tommy Chong Don't be surprised, because like
Mhm.
that right there.
Don't be surprised if you see Tommy Chung with you. Just keep it all real here.
Yes, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Whatever. Miko, tell the brothers I said the time is now. Tell them. Casey said the time is now. As in
That's right.
now, right now. Okay, so real quick, um, so like I said, I wanted to kind of talk real quick, fast and furious about thank you, about the House of the Dragon. First of all, let me just get that right, because I have been saying House of the Dragon, and it ain't a Bruce Lee flick. So I had to correct myself. It is House of the Dragon. Um and they have this app where you can have your own dragon. So, needless to say, I'm a
Yeah.
little obsessed because that's my dragon right there.
Okay. All right. So it came out. All right.
Yeah, that's my dragon. His egg hatched yesterday, and right now my app froze. So hold on, let me see if I can get back in here and tell you tell you what my dragon's name is, because I forgot.
What's the baby's name or whatever?
That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to get my app back open because I forgot.
Oh,
I'm a bad mom. I don't know my
you
baby's name.
forgot their name and the baby's name, or you get to
Well,
name the
no,
baby.
no, I get to name it, but like they give you a list of things, and I forgot what
Mm.
what the baby's name is. Hold on. Let me see.
Kendra, if it's a girl.
It's no. Hold on. Your dragon needs more space to appear. Move around. Hold on. It's a virtual. Oh, there he is on my desk. Okay. Hold on. My dragon's name is Fire Angel. I should have known.
Fire Angel.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
hold on. Let me catch a. I hit the wrong button. Can you believe that? Anyway, if you watched House of the Dragon on Sunday, hold on. Oh, we coming close. Um, so there he is again on my desk. Those are my ASN awards over there.
Oh, two awards.
Yeah,
Hmm.
2 awards. That's from last year. So
Couldn't
we'll
just
get back to that.
couldn't be normal, of course. Yeah. Two
Oh wait,
awards.
what do you? Hold on. This joint is under the desk.
The
Hold on.
dragon.
Yeah,
It must be a male dragon. Is that it?
I don't know. Under
So
that's
it,
actually
go,
under the desk.
so it goes where it wants to go.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway,
All
that's
right.
my dragon. Fire Angel. Clearly I need to write that down so I don't forget my child's name. But here's what I'm obsessed with this week. It is episode 4 of House of the Dragon. Lorenzo, you saw episode 4 of House of the
That's
Dragon,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
What stood out to you?
Let's see. I liked the king's daughter's interaction with her uncle and that
Mhm.
little, what I'll say, sex club, swinger club, kink club,
Yeah,
BDSM club.
we'll use today's standard language. Yeah.
Yeah. Casey's Lounge. I think that's what the name of it was. So that was nice.
Yeah. So let me just run it down. Let's do it that way. Okay. So last week I was obsessed with just the idea of how women are treated like pawns. You need this, you get that chick, you tell her to do this, that, or the other, you send her off, she does whatever. The first chick in the episode to get played was the queen that never was, and she's bitter the whole episode, but she plays it off really good. The wife, he sacrifices his wife so he can have a male heir, and the male heir dies like minutes after the wife is basically hemorrhages on the bed because they just sliced her open like she was shit. She,
Executed.
there. And then the daughter, she's busy pulling her own little power plays, and at the same time they're talking shit behind her back about they're not going to really let her be the queen, rule the kingdom. And and then you got her bestie who she keeps a secret from, or the bestie keeps a secret from Rhaenyra, because she's sleeping with her dad or about to get with her dad. I mean, it's there was so many things, that I just was like, it was like a tennis match. You're like, ooh, oh my God, whoa, ooh, ooh, And so this week,
Ladies flipped the script this week.
okay, all right, so let's get into it, because again,
Into it.
we as women in House of the Dragon, we still ain't shit, but they would not have anything without us. Let's just be clear about that. As a matter of fact, I saw before tonight, before I, getting on, I saw a promo with a voiceover of a woman who I think is the mature Rhaenyra, talking about the fact that without a woman giving birth to the prince that will be, there'd be no Targaryen family.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah, that's
Facts,
true.
right? So this episode, it starts off with Rhaenyra in, where was she? She was in some location where there was a whole long line of dudes, suitors, if you will. And I found this photo and I had to show it because look at that face right there. Look at that face.
Oh, she's raring to be there. Exciting.
And Lorenzo, I apologize that I put that in front of you because I
That's good.
couldn't figure that out. But here's what's killing me about this. Old girl clearly is bored as hell. Clearly bored as hell. And what cracks me up about that is she straight up has a long line of dudes trying to get with her. But it starts off with this old dude who is, pontificating about, I don't even know what the hell about. And she gets tired of him and is like, so is it true my great grandmother is as beautiful as they say?
Yeah, and that dummy answered her too. And she told him that's the point.
The fact that my great grandmother is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the end of that.
Yeah, and then you go from somebody who knew her great grandmother to somebody who could probably be friends with her brother. This kid is like, what, 12?
Yeah.
Talking about, I come from a long line of protectors and you'll be safe with me. I'm like, dude, she can beat your ass. Beat your ass.
Yeah. They forget one word from her and dragon will kill everybody.
Dracarys. That's the one word.
That's the word.
That's the word. Yeah. But what was funny to me is I'm at home in my bed talking shit about this little boy who she could mop the floors with, and somebody off to the side is heckling this kid. He's busy making his presentation, and the kid is getting heckled, and Rhaenyra is kind of like, yo, this ain't it. This ain't it. And the little 12-year-old finally gets annoyed with the dude heckling him and basically is like, what? And the grown ass man is like, what you want to do, little boy? And the little boy went for it. And the little boy killed him. So yeah. I had to take it back because I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe
He
he
might
is
be
a
a fighter.
badass. Yeah.
Yeah, he may be a fighter, but he doesn't have a dragon though. So
No, no, he don't have a dragon. No.
yeah.
And then so here's a and this is a throwaway. This is something they talked about that I was like, whatever. So there was a scene after she gets back from being off to interview suitors where she's walking through town and walking through the whatever area, I don't know, and she picks up a lemon. And to me it looked like a candied lemon slice or a dried lemon slice, and she eats it. And so when I was doing my research for the show, they made mention of the fact that where is it at? That in the Game of Thrones, Sansa Stark's supposedly her favorite treat were lemon cakes. So what you see there in the little what looks like little, you know, little pieces of like for to me it
Mhm.
looks like little pieces of pound cake. Those are lemon cakes, and right on the top are these like what look like candied or dried lemon slices. And
No.
they make it a point of saying that this is a very specific scene in that it draws this connection between House of Dragon and Game of Thrones, and that House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. And so, that for me is really significant because if you pay attention to the Game of Thrones, I'm sorry, House of the Dragon, there are a lot of moments that are reminiscent of Game of Thrones, whether they're obvious or subliminal. You pick up on these things that kind of pull you in to the show because
Mhm.
you either liked Game of Thrones or you didn't, if you saw it, right? So if you were a fan, you pick up on all these little things that
Mhm.
remind you of the show.
Yeah, you got to pay attention. The
Yeah.
first scene when the dragon flies in is over the same city that he's going to burn up in Games of Thrones, the exact same angle and everything. But you have to really pay attention.
And when the dragon lands initially, and this blonde, well, I can't even say blonde, this platinumed blonde gets off,
Mhm.
at quick glance you're like,
Yeah.
she looks like the other girl. Oh my, wait, is
Mhm.
that her mom or who is it? Because she at quick glance looks like she could be Khaleesi's mom. So yeah,
Mhm.
pretty
Yeah.
interesting. They very very smart how they did this. Okay, so now, and here's another quick thing. I brought this up. This is Queen Allicent, and this is the baby she was pregnant with in episode 3. It is a little girl, and the
Oh, the
little
girl.
yeah, it's a little girl, and the girl's name is Helena. And they talk about the fact that, based on how small she is, it's only probably a year since that last episode. So if you're paying attention, they are,
Mhm.
with each episode, they are moving forward quickly.
Mhm. Yeah, they haven't shown her son yet, right?
Not since the last episode. We
Yeah.
saw we
He should
saw
be
him.
walking around. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him in the last episode. He was 2 years old in episode 3. So here we are in
Mhm.
episode 4, and the little girl looks to be maybe 9 months or so, something like that. Um,
Mhm.
and we know she ain't got a shot at the throne for sure. Ain't gonna
He'll be driving by next
happen.
episode the way they're going.
So the very, very beginning of episode 4, this one, um, seem masculine, like did the women back then seem masculine like many of modern day women today? Yeah. Yes, Miko. Most definitely. They did. And I think Hey Toxic. And I think
Uh-oh, toxic time.
and I think what's interesting is because again of this, of course, this is fictitious. This is a this show is based on a book, and what you see is the mannerisms of the women are reminiscent of what we know today, but you know, old as time. Sodom and Gomorrah got burnt to the ground because folks was doing it and getting it and whatever. So yeah, most
Well,
definitely.
imagine the hard labor, what was considered normal for a woman to have to do from a young age.
Hmm.
These girls could be married at 12, 13, start having kids right away, and they're working every day.
Every day.
So
Yep.
they had to be very muscular 'cause they were lifting a lot, and
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
telling. Mm. Big
So
shoulders, broad bodies. They're looking like Miko out there. Is that what it was?
not as sexy though. Not as sexy.
Yeah, they didn't have any body paint, but they were, sporting.
Not as sexy is all I'm saying. So the episode starts with Damon, the king's brother, showing up to and making this big presentation. He throws down this sword and tells them to add it to the throne, and um, it comes across like a peace offering. And you have to know, if you're paying attention, that Damon and the king Viserys, they're brothers. They have been picking at each other all their life. So, you kind of think, all right, why is he here? Because he was only fighting the Crab King because his brother pissed him off. He went nuts and stormed the beach all by himself, almost died out there. And didn't really think twice about it. So,
Mhm.
not doesn't take long to figure out what dude is up to. Um,
Mhm.
where is it at? Yeah. So, this is the scene that Lorenzo's talking about. This is Uncle Damon and the princess Rhaenyra. And that's the king's daughter and the king's brother. And you see that very, you know,
Mhm.
caress of the face. Yes, it leads to kissing. And yes, he kisses her, she kisses him back. Kissy, kissy, kissy. And then for whatever reason, Damon decides, I don't want to do it no more. I,
As comfortable as they looked, it was almost like that wasn't the first time that they were ever that close together. Just had
interesting.
that feeling. Hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about that for a hot second. Because if you watch their interaction with each other,
Yeah.
it it always looks intimate to me.
Yeah. You
From
wouldn't even
the
know they were related.
from the very first scene of them together, it always looks intimate. Like they know
Something happened. Yeah. They were kissing cousins or something. One of those type of things. Something was going on with them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Miko says, I saw it coming. Girl.
She saw it. She was on it, huh?
She saw it
Hmm.
coming. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
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 Mhm.
So, like I said, Damon gets her riled up, and well, let me back up. He took her to the bowels of the city, the seedy underground, and people
Trick pad. He took her to. Mhm.
people are getting it on. I mean, it was interesting because the director for this episode was a woman, and she said that she is accustomed to the vision that men have when they shoot these kinds of scenes. And so
Mhm.
she had to reprogram her brain not to shoot in that fashion. So she had to think about whose point of view, whose POV, for those of you who watch porn, whose POV are we seeing, and
Mhm.
what does that look like? And so I thought she did a really good job of capturing it, because if you paid attention, Rhaenyra, she would look and then she sort of
Mhm.
avert her eyes. She never
Yeah,
completely looked away, but she would kind of, look and then shift and look and then shift and look. And you could see she was getting excited by the
yeah.
smile on her face.
And she was so careful not to be seen by them while she's looking, which was so tricky. And some people were recognizing, like, no, that couldn't be her. You know.
Well, and see, okay, so that's the other thing. She initially went in dressed looking like a boy, and her
Mhm.
uncle very slowly removed the things that were
Mhm.
hiding her identity. And
Mhm.
after
I think
he
it was a,
basically,
I think it was a setup. I
well,
think he planned the whole thing.
I was gonna say, after he dropped her like a bad habit, she had to
Mhm.
find her way out. And
Mhm.
just as she's making her way out, some little boy just starts running out behind her. And you're like, well, first of all, where's your mom? Which one of these hoes is your mom? Because it must be. And where are you
Mhm.
going?
I
So
remember when they snitched on her, they said what she was doing inside. The boy didn't see that, so
no. Okay,
I did.
we gonna get to that in a second.
Yeah.
We gonna get to
Oh,
that in a
watch out.
second. So she gets back to the hotel, to the hotel, to the to to the castle, and I'm leaving things out because I could be here all night. She gets back to the
Mhm.
castle and she invites her guard in, um into her room. This is her guard, and her guard's name is Sir Kriston something or another. Um and she's hot and bothered now. She's all juiced up and looking for love in all the wrong places, and basically seduces Kristen. So she was being seduced by the uncle. He got her hot and bothered. He dropped her, and she makes her way back to the castle, where she then seduces Kristen. Now, I just want to point out this white cape that dude has on, right? Like that's his armor, and then there's this white cape. So let me tell you why the white cape matters. The white cape means he's celibate. No sex for him. There
Mhm.
are other guards who have black capes. This one, white cape, no hanky to panky. That is the oath he made. So when you watch the scene and you watch as they take off piece by piece by piece of his armor and they get to the cape, he very gently lays the cape down. He spends a second looking at it. There's this whole delay, kind of like you see him thinking. I don't think he was trying to talk himself out of doing it, but I think he was certainly trying to rationalize what he was about to do.
Mhm. So he wiped himself later on with the white cape, and that was the end of the cape business, right?
Anyway, anyway. So
Mhm.
basically, she gets her freaky deaky on with her guard, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I think the uncle set it all up. Walked her in there, took her hood off so people could see. Got
yeah.
snitches in there already. You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. Too
Okay,
much. It's too convenient.
okay. And so speaking of the snitches, um,
Mm.
so this is the snitch, and the snitch is basically she's like um, she's basically a
That's his,
hoe.
that's his girl on the side anyway, right?
Apparently she was or is or whatever, but her name is Masseria, and she is referred to as the Master of Whispers. And they compare her to Lord Varys, aka the Spider, back from Game of Thrones. There's that person who knows all the deep, dark, dirty secrets of what goes on
Hmm.
in the kingdom. So in the episode, this little boy that ran out behind Rhaenyra, he goes and speaks to Otto Hightower, I don't like Otto. Otto was Allison's dad, aka the Hand of the King, and he tells the king what he heard slash saw. Something we don't really know, but he tells the king what he knows. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, tells the hand what he knows. The hand goes into the king and basically says, so I had heard that your daughter, the princess, was in the little hanky panky spot and she was seen with your brother doing some things.
Yeah.
That vague doing some things is supposed to be implying that they did
Hmm.
the nasty.
Like he said, I can't even speak of it, is what he said. So
Uh-huh.
you don't like him, huh?
No, no, no.
So
Because
you want to put him on a cross and strip him bare and have Toxic do what she did at your
what she,
party
yeah,
to
yeah,
him?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, not what she did at my party. I want her to do the things that she couldn't do at my party. Those things.
Oh, that thing.
Those
Oh,
things.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this
Mm-hmm.
leads to conversation between Rhaenyra and Allicent because
Mm-hmm.
Allicent was eavesdropping. Oh wait, let me back up. I got to roll back for a second. So while Rhaenyra is having sex with Kristen, Allicent is having sex with the king, and I just had to throw this up. I know the image is like really blue and dark, but you see this face right here that looks like I'm
Mm-hmm.
bored as hell? That's her
Yeah.
sex face.
Mm-hmm.
That's while she's having sex with the king. That right there. That's the face she's having. Sex with the king. And at some point,
Mm-hmm.
he turns her face towards him and she's like, like just hurry up and get off. Just hurry up and get off. So anyway,
I think she did good
okay.
for
Yeah.
him, rotting, you
Oh,
know,
oh.
different parts of his body looking like gangrene and all that. And I
No,
don't
we don't
know.
even want to talk about that. We
Yeah,
don't
she did
even.
real good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Rhaenyra and Alicent after Alicent hears about Rhaenyra supposedly getting down with the uncle, and Rhaenyra is like, this is what I heard. And Alicent, Alicent says, this is what I heard. Rhaenyra makes her tell her where she heard it. Alicent says, well, my father wouldn't have said it if it wasn't true. Like, wait, what? Your dad? Your father? Come on now, girl. Really? Really? So I refer to this scene as I didn't have relations with that person. She swears up and down that Alicent is talking about the father. Rhaenyra swears up and down, I'm still a maiden. I didn't do
Mhm.
anything. It's not what he said. Didn't happen. Then Rhaenyra has conversation with her father, and her father's like, "Look, yo, man, like, what the fuck? Okay, you are causing me serious problems. I'm trying to get you
Mhm.
married. You don't want to act right, and now I'm hearing that you out here fucking around with my brother. What? Really?" And so she
Mhm.
says, "No, no, no. I didn't do anything with him."
Mhm. Like I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So
Well, yeah.
I'm like, okay, wait, you're you did have sex. True, you didn't have it with him, but you made the statement you made because you're also trying to um, say, oh no, nothing happened. But girl, you were seen tonguing him down. That was a fact. That's a fact. You were seen tonguing him down.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what the snitch said. So,
Well, no, the snitch implied that there was some hanky panky. All that happened
mm,
was the kissy kissy. Um, but
yeah,
yeah,
she almost had him for a second, until the brother didn't say no.
Okay,
So.
so all right, so let me back up to what Lorenzo is saying. The king, before he brought Rhaenyra in, the king brought his brother in, and he basically was like, "What are you doing? What game are you playing?" And he's like, "Well, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about." And so the king basically is like, "Why are you trying to mess things up for me with Rhaenyra?" And Daemon doesn't deny that he didn't fuck her. He just he leaves it for his brother's imagination to run wild, and it does. And that right there solidified the fact that this is Abel and Cain fighting to the death. They are going to go for each other at every chance they get. And gonna be interesting. Gonna be
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, very
So
much.
so when the king has Rhaenyra in the room and is basically saying, you're a problem for me. You are my biggest problem. And I'm trying to get you married and whatever, send you on your marriage. I mean, because basically he's finally at the point where he's like, you got to go. You got to be gone. And you know what? I'm not fucking with you no more. You're going to get with this dude. This dude right here. That guy.
Hmm.
That is Leonor Valerian. So Leonor Valerian, his parents, let me just go back. His parents, oh, I can't pull them up in this scene because they're not in this scene. His parents are the queen that never was, and I believe his father's name is Chrysis Valerian, which is the chocolatey brown brother with long white dreads. Now, episode 3, when Damon was on the beach about to get his ass handed to him, this dude comes riding in on his own dragon, setting shit on fire. So I was kind of perplexed because up until that point, they kept saying that the Targaryens were the ones who control dragons.
Hmm.
That's not a
Yeah, I don't
Targaryen.
know.
That's a Valerian.
Yeah, something's going on with that.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
it looks like girlfriend's gonna get fixed up after all, and it's gonna be with him. And this is gonna be interesting because kind of like Rhaenyra, he's hell on wheels for his parents, and it's gonna be interesting.
Hmm.
Going to
Well,
be
we'll
interesting.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see if she drinks the juice.
Okay. Speaking of the juice. Speaking of the juice. So end of the episode is, after Rhaenyra thinks she's pulled a fast one on her dad and has got him believing what she said about, I didn't have sexual relations with that man. He's
Hmm.
like, all right, fine, whatever, but you're going to marry this dude and we're going to be done with it. And that's that. So she's back in her room, night time. She's reading a book by candlelight. Like, their eyesight had to be real bad. And she gets a knock at the door. The knock at the door is the Grand Meister. Basically, like
Hmm. The chemist.
the chemist.
Hmm.
He's the chemist.
Hmm.
Yeah. The Grand
Hmm.
Meister. He comes in and he comes in with this in hand. This little tray with this little round orb glass. And he basically says, it took a lot of work and a lot of mixing to get the formulation just right. Too much of this and too much of that and la la la. And she's like, what are you talking about? What is that? And he says, "Oh, it's a tea to take care of anything that may have happened." And you're like, hold up, wait a minute. Is that a plan B? That's a plan B. That I was like, that was the last scene of the episode. And when I saw him roll up in here with the plan B, I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. So it is called, hold on, I gotta get to my sheet. There is an actual name for this tea.
Mm-hmm.
Finding it. Yeah, here we go. There is a name for the tea, and the tea is referred to as, where is it at? I think it's moon tea. Of course, it's not on my sheet. It was on something else. I think it's called moon tea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the drink. It says the drink was used around moon tea. That's what it's called. The drink was used around Westeros, most frequently in brothels to prevent pregnancy or abort an early stage pregnancy in women who have had sex recently. Plan motherfucking B. Okay?
Mm.
And it literally says here in this write up. So it's basically like taking plan B or an actual abortifacient drug. Like literally.
I don't know.
That's
I think if I was her, I would do some investigating, because what if her father didn't bring that in there? And his side guy has it to get, to kill her.
Well, and that's what's so interesting, because the father, after his conversation with the hand, he fired the hand and was like, yo, you know what? I can't trust you. And if I can't trust you, you can't be that close to me. But at the same time, if he did send the tea by the Meister, then that means he doesn't necessarily believe Rhaenyra's story. To Lorenzo's point, the hand is almost as powerful as the king. And the hand could easily have finessed something with the Meister.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And that would solve his problem, because the only heir would be his daughter's son.
His only heir would be the son. And in the previews, you already see Otto Hightower telling his daughter, you need to get your boy up on the throne ASAP. Make it happen.
And see, she almost has to walk into her father's room and says, why are you giving me this? I told you I didn't do anything. Because if she drinks it, she's admitting she did something.
Yeah. Well,
so
and
that's putting her in a tricky spot.
That's the thing. That's the trick of that situation. And it's funny because it is so reminiscent of what we go through today. If you today do something like that, take a plan B, it is literally admitting that I have done something that could possibly result in a pregnancy. And we don't always want anybody to know. It's so funny because I remember thinking when Plan B came out, it's like, oh, wow, easy to get, right? But apparently it wasn't as easy to get as it may seem. And if you're, I don't watch a whole lot of regular TV with commercials, but I recently was watching Hulu, and the Hulu shows have commercials. And I saw a commercial that said that basically, the way the commercial was written, it was like, no questions asked, plan B. I'm like, wait. Y'all was schooling me? Like, you were quizzing me before I could get my plan B pill, and now you're admitting to the fact that we ain't gonna ask you no questions. You asked for the pill, we hand you the pill, you go home. Making that statement implies I had to first go through hoops, jump hoops, get pre-qualified to have the pill.
Mm-hmm.
Which means my walk of shame leads right directly to the pharmacy and doesn't end until I get home and I'm by myself. But supposedly now there's no walk of shame to the pharmacy. Anyway,
Right. Until they put it in the M&M section, then it's,
look, look, my daughter's school, my daughter goes to Georgia State. They have vending machines that have lube, condoms, all that kind of stuff in the vending machine in the dorms. So when that Plan B pill makes the vending machine, I'm done. Done.
it's
Done,
over.
done, done. It's a wrap, okay? It's a wrap. So my friends, here we are at 7:55. Like I have literally I ran my mouth. I made Lorenzo join me about the most recent episode of the House of the Dragon. And let me tell you, for all that I just told you, there's shit I didn't tell you. So
Yeah, they better check it out.
if you are not watching, I'm trying to tell you, catch up, because I don't normally get obsessed about any TV show, no TV show. I don't care how much I've liked the TV show. I've never felt about anyone the way I feel about this one. And what's fascinating is I'm not the only person who sees how women are treated in this show. And just a little side note, there is another hugely popular TV show on Amazon Prime. It is based on the Lord of the Rings. I can't even recall what it's called. I don't know. Power of the Rings.
Power of the Rings, I think it is.
I don't. Okay, right. See, sucks ass. Sucks ass is all I'm gonna say.
So you don't like it, is what you're saying there.
No. And I'm a person who had to read all those books when I was in school. I had to read the whole trilogy when I was in school. Okay, wait, let me admit. English literature was like one of my favorite classes. And so I've read a whole lot of stuff with weird. Shakespeare was my absolute favorite in high school. But I had to read all of the whole Lord of the Rings thing. And let me tell you, it's a struggle getting through that stuff. And now, like, I watched the most recent episode. I'm like, what did they just say? What? Say it again? I didn't understand half of what they said.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Yes, I didn't read anything in school, so and it's still bad to me.
And it's still bad. All right. So anyway, join me in watching House of the Dragon, because I swear to you, if you watch it the way I watch it, I'm watching to see how the women do what they do. That's what has me all drawn in and obsessed and all of that. And I didn't even feel that way necessarily about Game of Thrones. I mean, but I think in watching the Game of Thrones and seeing how, I don't care what scene it was, there was a woman who was integral to the scene. Whether she was in the scene or not, women make this story. There is no story if the women are not significant. Period. Period. So, but before I let you go, I got a few things that I need to make sure to also talk about. So, as you all should know, I was nominated for 5 ASN Lifestyle Magazine Awards. This one over here, also nominated for an ASN Lifestyle Magazine Award. And we will finally find out who the winners are on September 18th at 8 p.m. on www.sdc.com/ASN Awards. So check it out. See how many awards we won. Because like I showed you earlier when I was showing you my dragon, my two from last year. Sitting there. So I'm all prepared. Where's it at?
You have a spot laid out and everything.
Yeah, I got a shelf. I can't reach it from here, but I got a little shelf that I bought that I'm gonna put right there, so I can have the awards right there. Anywho, wait, what else do I need to tell you about? I already told you about 420, but let me just show it to you again. 420 this weekend, Edison, New Jersey, with special guest, special host, Tommy Chung from Cheech and Chong. And he will be smoking with the people, talking with the people, doing shit with the people. It should be good. It should be real good. And not on tonight, but
Watch Casey Carter and her co-host, Carrie Anthony and Desiree on Exotica TV's BoobTube, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on YouTube and Twitter at Exotica TV. Join the ladies each week as they talk about what's hot and what's not on TV, streaming, and in theaters. Don't miss them, NJ, the man behind the sound effects. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on Exotica TV.
What could possibly go wrong?
so that's basically it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for being here tonight, for joining me in this conversation with my obsession over the Game of Thrones. Let me see if there's enough battery left. I don't think I can pull my app open to show you what my dragon is doing now, but in case you didn't see, that's my dragon, and my dragon's name is Fire Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Angel. Yep. So yeah, and shout out to the lovely Miko, the goddess, toxic goddess, Jason, Kelly. I mean, Kelly was there like when we showed up, Lorenzo. Kelly was early today. Kelly
Yeah.
early. Fire Angel. Yes, that is the name of my dragon. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to see Miko in Exotica. Wait, hold on. I don't think I ran that commercial. Or did I? I did. But I'm going to run it again real quick. If I can find it. I know it's here. Here we go.
It's Exotica season. Come meet Casey at one or all 4 Exotica locations. Chicago, April 29th through May 1st. Miami, July 15th through July 17th. Edison, New Jersey, October 21st through October 23rd. Washington, D.C., December 2nd through December 4th. Say hi to Casey. Take a selfie with her, maybe an interview, or give her one reason to watch Casey. You might get featured on Cleavage Cam. For more information, visit Exotica at bit.ly/Casey at 3x and follow Casey at CaseyAtNight on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay. All right, we got some comments I gotta find here. Hey, Kelly's still here. Yay, Kelly. Thank you for being here, Kelly. Kelly, long time Casey at Night follower. Thank you, Kelly. Lorenzo has the best voice. Listen, I treat Lorenzo's voice like, what is it? There's some
Mumbo
sauce. What is it?
Old Bay or mumbo sauce or something.
No. There's a TV commercial with an old lady. I don't know if it's Duke's mayonnaise or whatever it is, but the commercial, her line in the commercial is, I put that beep on everything. That's how I do Lorenzo's voice. I put that shit on everything. If I don't say it myself, Lorenzo's saying it for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do something special for Miko.
I think so. So, once again, thank you to all of you for joining tonight. I appreciate you coming each and every week. And have a fantastic rest of your week, because we going to 420. Okay. All right, all. Good night.
Bye-bye.
As soon as I figure out how to get out of here. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you don't do it for a while and you just throwing things everywhere. All right. Peace out. Bye.